Hello folks, Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here for a run back of the Dwarf Recruiter combo video. So Sean D also donated for this deck list at roughly the same time that our other donor did, Tony P. So now we're going to take a look at Sean's build, which I've adjusted slightly based on some of the things that I learned last time around. So if you haven't seen my previous video, I recommend it. It is a lot of fun. I'm going to briefly go over the core combos again, and then I'll talk about what specifically I learned last time and what I'm going to change. So your core combos are playing a 1-drop changeling of some kind, like one of these two, and then going into a 3/3 double striker on turn 2 for 2 mana. So that's combo 1. Combo 2 is Magda plus 5 treasures allows you to search up something like a Platinum Empyrean, which can win the game on its own. Combo 3 is playing a Valiant Changeling, and then using Pyre of Heroes, which is basically a birthing pod, to turn it into Platinum Empyrean. And then combo 4 is stack your deck with Dwarven Recruiter, so that you put a bunch of changelings on top, and then +1 Grist. And for each changeling you mill, you get an insect and 1 more loyalty on Grist, and then you can fire off the ultimate the following turn for a win, or just swing with a bunch of insects too. It works either way. So these are the core combos, and now we're going to talk about like what else has been added to this list or changed. Number 1, after last time, I cut 1 Swarmyard because I don't think we activated it in the entire league. I cut 1 Swarmyard for another City of Brass. Sometimes it can be a little hard to cast something like Grist or Steely Resolve, so I wanted to make that just like tiny mana-based concession. Number 2, Sean's list has a couple of Bloodfire Dwarves, which I quite like. When you have both Magda and Moth Dust Changeling, which happens pretty frequently, you can just like fire off your 1-drops one after another and poop a lot of power out on turn 2. So I really don't hate having more 1-drops in the deck. Number 3, Sean's version originally had a Sundering Titan in the sideboard as a second big artifact to get. I added it to the main deck. The rationale is twofold. Number 1, I don't actually have things with basic land types, so I'll just be blowing up my opponent's lands. And number 2, once or twice in the league, I ran into the problem where I drew Sundering Titan, and then I didn't have something cool to do with either my Pyre or my Magda. So I think it's important to have a second one of those effects. I left the sideboard mostly as Sean submitted it. I did add a Platinum Angel. Oh, this is covered up by my face. Sorry. You can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. So this is going to be my tutor target for when Platinum Empyrean isn't necessarily good against something like, say, Doomsday. I wanted to have a big dumb thing that I could tutor into play, and then like my opponent can't win the game through it. Otherwise, I added more Steely Resolves to this list. Sean's original list had 1, but that card really impressed me last league. I'm playing 3 here. Since I've done a more extended deck tech already on this deck, and that's in last week's video, I'm going to go ahead and just jump directly into the league here. Note, I am recording this immediately after the previous Dwarf League that I recorded, kind of in the groove, and I want to keep recording, although I'll post this about a week apart from the original video. Anyway, if you're new here, please consider subscribing for Legacy, Modern, and Vintage content 5 days a week. If you're a regular, throw me a like. It's the easiest way to support my content for free. If you want to try out this very fun deck list or get one of your own decks on stream, maybe with some sweet Innistrad cards, that information's in the video description. Let's battle. Okay, round 1 opening hand is a little weird. I have an Aether Vial start, but I can't actually do anything on turn 2. Which I think means this hand is too slow. I'm gonna mulligan this one, even though it's, like, reasonable. Let's see. There's a turn 3, 3/3 double striker. Which is kind of whatever. I think I'm gonna keep this. I think I'll get rid of the Bloodfire Dwarf, because it doesn't fuel Valiant Changeling. We'll just go land pass here. Okay. That's fine. But we're most likely playing against some sort of Delvery deck, although that's not 100% confirmed yet. Alright, it has resolved. Oh god, another Wasteland's really bad for me, because Reflecting Pool doesn't actually make mana on its own. It requires another land in order to do that. Oh, okay, Cavern of Souls is totally fine. Okay, my next turn's pretty good. I'm just going to play a Reflecting Pool that does not produce any mana currently. And pass the turn. And I'll play an Unsettled Mariner off of Vile, and then play Valiant Changeling. Alright, so Delver confirmed. Alright, and it's bobble time for my opponent. Bidding a Force of Will, so my opponent will have 3 card types in Graveyard. And they're just cracking it. I'll tick up this Ether Vial. Opponent gets to draw their bobble card. Okay. I guess we'll name Dwarf with this. So activate. Yes. Put in the Mariner. And cast this for white. Now this could be lightning bolted away, but it would cost my opponent their turn. I'm going to set an upkeep stop on my turn. That stop. I need to restore that stop that I actually just took off. There we go. Okay. They do have it. And so they pay the tax. Surveil a Brainstorm into the graveyard. How does my 3-drop slot look like? Kind of weak. I have some options for what I can do with this. I kind of want to leave this at 2. Maybe I can put it to 3. I can fix my draw. Put a Magda into play. Or another 3/3 double striker. Yeah. Alright. So let's activate this. Yes. Put this in. I could just grab a Bloodfire Dwarf and kill my opponent's Dragon Rage Channeler. I don't think that's particularly great. I think I'm just going to grab Magda. I think I am just going to call Magda and call that good. I don't think I actually want to stack my deck. Because if I get Wastelanded off the Cavern of Souls, stacking my deck with a whole bunch of creatures is actually quite bad. Alright, so we Magda. Is uncounterable. And I'll crash in for 3. My opponent's at 17. I have 8 power in play. It's 8 power that can fall apart to a lightning bolt, though, so, like, eh. Oh, okay. That is a lot of selection. Ooh, but I can't actually get lightning bolted this turn now. That's the good news. Okay, and one of those has to attack, for sure. Alright, more selection. I guess I should pop out this graveyard. Alright, Tarn and Force of Will go into the graveyard there. And that's no shuffle. I'll take 3. File can stay there basically forever. Ugh. Well, really wanted to draw that card in another turn cycle or so. That is what it is. I think I still just attack with both of these. This is why I put that second artifact, the second large artifact into the deck. My opponent is willing to make a trade here. I do just have 6 mana towards hardcasting this, just by the way. So that's also something that can happen. Am I getting my Magda bolted? Getting my Magda unholy heated. That's fine. Goodbye. Oh no, I think it's a Murktide Regent. I need to hit land or a Magda. And not just like fold to this 8/8. That's a little spooky. Might come up just short here. I've got 2. Ooh. Yeah, I could die next turn. A Masked Vandal is not going to do anything. If Delver flips, I take 14 in the air and die. I will just play this as a critter. Am I dead? Not dead. I might just die to Lightning Bolt or something, though. Why did we dash this Ragavan? This is a 1/3. Unholy Heat? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Or just, like, straight up a mistake. Yeah, straight up a mistake. Come on. Dwarven Recruiter is a little too slow. I die in the air here. GG. Remove my upkeep stop. I won't need that. I think I want Platinum Imperium over Sundering Titan here, and then I want some amount of this stuff. The Dwarven Recruiter Grist stuff is a little slow. I think a lot of times I'm going to win by flipping something into play with Magda or by just getting there with an early Valiant Changeling. I feel like I want to trim about 2 of those. That gives me the Spatial Contortions. And then I could play Warping Whale if I want to try to answer Unflipped, Delvers, and Dragon Rage Channelers. Or I can just keep a bunch of threats on the play and adjust a little bit more on the draw. I don't hate doing that. Oh shoot, I want to take out Masked Vandal. Masked Vandal for a Warping Whale. That seems a little better. Okay, we got that Platinum Empyrean in hand though. We're ready for that. That's twice. I'll keep this. If my Vial gets countered and then I get Wastelanded, I probably just lose. But as long as I draw another land somewhat soonish, this hand's pretty good. Alright, my opponent's just pondering. Suppose Cavern of Souls is my ideal draw. I guess this one could also have been a mulligan. But I saw these 2 cards in conjunction and decided to fire it off. File's also just respectable. Okay, nice. I guess we're naming Dwarf with this. And we'll see if my opponent has days. I don't think I get to play around that here. I think it is just too important to try and do the thing. Yep, did not have days. Can still just have Lightning Bolt though, so you know. Okay. Maybe a turn where I activate a Vial and then in response to its trigger. Seeming like that's pretty likely. Tap this. Yes. Put in Bloodfire Dwarf. We'll go ahead and tick that up. And draw. Okay, I don't actually have real red mana right now, so I can't use that to kill Ragavan. That's fine. Send him, and I'll offer the trade for Ragavan. I would be happy to take that off the table. Opponent does not accept the trade. I'll play a new Changeling. Okay, sure. Okay, end of turn Brainstorm, it looks like. Oh, Hydroblast, my Bloodfire Dwarf. Sure. You're not real mana. You're not real red mana at all. Now, my opponent could still, like, Lightning Bolt this and get in there for a treasure and whatnot, but if that's their turn cycle, then they're taking 7 on the Crackback, which is probably not ideal for them. It looks like they're going to play a 1/1 Dragon Rage Channeler instead, which I am good with. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and tick this up. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and activate this. Yes. Put in this. Didn't I board out that Mass Vandal? Like 90% sure I board out that Mass Vandal. Whatever. I think I'm going to pick up a Magda here. And again, because of how weird Wasteland is right now, I don't think I'm going to do any more than that. Do that. This is just 1 and red. Oh, nice. Get resolved. So that means I am doing the thing this turn. So there's the first 3 treasures. There's some blocks. Tap this. And then I'll tap this. That's 5 treasures. So I'll go ahead and do the damage here. I guess I play around Stifle. Question mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll pick up a Platinum Angel, which should be exceptionally difficult to remove. Nice. Yeah, I swear I dragged out this mask. Did I just go back to game 1? I just went back to game 1 configuration. Why was that? But Platinum Angel is just in my deck. What the fuck? Hashtag just Moto things, apparently. Okay, what did I do? This? Huh. No, I boarded out Sundering Titan before. I think did I play 1 Warping Whale? On the draw, do I want to play 2 Warping Whales, maybe? Go down 1 Grist or something? That was super weird. Okay, yeah, I mean, this is exactly why I'm now playing two artifacts. Two big artifacts. I think this hand goes back. I want more mana on the draw. And this hand doesn't particularly do a ton anyway. This is a keep. Alright, so what's more important? The Swarm Yard for Lightning Bolt or clean mana? I think clean mana is more important. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Yep. I'm gonna have to make a decision about whether or not I want to play Cavern of Souls on turn 1. I don't think I do. I think I just want to play a counterable Universal Automaton. Facial Contortion is not bad. Let's Changeling. Then turn 2, assuming I don't get Wastelanded, which I am. I think I played around that. My face? Nope, it's my Changeling. Okay, we're going to go a little slow here then. There's 3 card types in Graveyard for Dragon Rage Channeler. That's fine. I'll play this and pass. I think I can remove this upkeep stop. Yep. Okay, there's the 4th card type. The Ponder would have been it, but Expressive Iteration got milled anyway. Ooh. Yeah, Wastelands are spooky for me right now. I go to 16. Okay, Wastelands are a little less spooky. I name Dwarf. I play this Ether Vial. I would actually be totally fine with this getting dazed or forced. Yeah, nice. Then next turn, I will attempt Spatial Contortion to remove this. Alright, so I'm gonna go to 13. Another creature is particularly bad for me. Okay, this is good. I guess I name, like, Insect with this. And let's attempt Upkeep Spatial Contortion. Nope, we Spatial Contortion now. I can be Force of Negation here, but I can't be dazed in that slot. Of note, just to talk about it, there's also an argument to just play Unsettled Mariner that turn so that I can play Spatial Contortion around Daze the following turn, but I'm not really sure that I want to take another hit for 3. I am also particularly worried about my opponent just playing a Murktide Regent here. Fuck. Yep, there it is. The 2-mana 8/8 flyer in all its glory. I don't think I beat that. I do not know what the route to a victory is at this point. We don't really have answers to a Murktide Regent. Because we're trying to essentially play colorless removal, we're pretty soft to Murktide. I'll have to, like, top deck a Grist, I guess. I think that's about the only thing that does it here. Name Insect, Mana Confluence it into play. Alright. On Grist. Okay. Yeah, life's bad. GG's. Alright, I'll be keeping my opening hand. Once again, we have Platinum Empyrean in our hand. So we got that going for us. It's honestly just a little humorous. Oh shit. Shit. Yeah, so that's bad. I don't know if we can easily beat a Grizzlebrand. Yeah. Our other one in the main deck is Sundering Titan. Yeah, I don't think that happens. Like, I play Magda, and then I don't think I am going to produce mana fast enough to cast this before my opponent does anything else. Oh, are we just going to die to, like, Storm here? I'm going to go ahead and concede here and not show my opponent what's up. Because, land into Universal Automaton is not, you know, super common legacy stuff. So we'll make that sub for sure. I guess I play Aethersworn Canonist because of my opponent's Dark Rituals. And from there, Warping Whales and Mask Vandals are both like, eh. Bloodfire Dwarf is not particularly strong. That can go here. Dwarven Recruiter and Pyre of Heroes are both kind of slow. Maybe Brim. Both. I keep a Pyre of Heroes, then I can keep Masked Vandal as something that I can tutor for to get rid of an Animate Dead. I don't know, like, I just kind of want to like have a leyline in my hand and then do the thing. I think I'm just gonna junk these cards and hope that this works out. That's an easy mulligan. That hand doesn't do anything. Whereas this one is an easy keep. I think I'll throw back Masked Vandal and keep 2 ley lines. That seems like the pause of someone who did not bring in answers to ley lines. Yep, okay. No changes on the draw, I don't think. I could Warping Whale on the draw. That's not crazy. Like Warping Whale and just like get rid of the. Well, I could keep 1 and like remove 1 Grist or something. Yeah. This is an absolutely fine hand if we are not playing against a degenerate deck like Reanimator. I think I need to mulligan to a leyline. Yep, I'm going deeper. This hand is great. Absolutely great. I will be keeping this. I'll be tossing back Ether Vial for sure. Second one's a little harder. Probably Mariner. Here is my leyline. I assume you were mulliganing to try to beat it. Okay, City of Brass is legit. I can wait on, like, doing some of the naming stuff. Alright. Am I losing it here? I am not losing it here. Okay. We could see a Forest and a Reverent Silence. Nope. Blue Bounce spell. Okay. Alright, Show and Tell's pretty good. I'll Floop Canonist into play, so my opponent doesn't get any more spells. But this beats me a good portion of the time. Maybe not. May get out of this yet. Alright, so I'll play Magda. This isn't a dwarf, this is a human cleric. But if I can get to 5 treasures, I get something into play that beats Grizzlebrand. So a big question is, like, am I going to still have this Moth-Dust Changeling in my hand next turn? Because if I do, it's 2 guaranteed treasures, and then I will just need to draw any other creature in 2 draws. Well, any other dwarf. Okay. So I lose the Changeling, so that doesn't happen. That's my opponent's 1 non-artifact spell this turn, so that's all they've got. Get punched for 7. Puts me to 12, puts opponent to 18. Opponent did not draw. I guess I name Insect with this one. And leave Grist as an out. Play Mariner. Bash for 4. I guess it needs to be Grist next turn. I can take a Grizzlebrand out of play and then win somehow. Not sure if there's any other outs without like going to the deck list, but I don't really need to think about it. Like, I'm gonna draw an out or I'm not. Okay. Another show and tell. That's not good. I don't have anything to bring to class. Don't know that I beat that either. Feel prepared to concede. Yeah, I did not have enough time here. GG's, opponent. Alright, round 3, I have kept a sort of Magda-focused hand here. So we play Dwarf into Magda, get some treasures, and then go from there. Oh, we might be playing against like lands or loam, it looks like. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if my opponent is going to be able to beat a, whatchamacallit, like Platinum Empyrean. I feel like I'm supposed to leave up Swarmyard for Magda. Just play Unsettled Mariner this turn. Alright. Bash for 1. We'll see what my opponent can do. Alright, Urza Saga, another Urza Saga and a Dark Depths in the graveyard for my opponent's loam. Definitely spooky. Okay, so I'll play Swarmyard and Magda. Either one of these would trade with an Urza Saga Construct token while giving me treasures. I'll attack. I'm unsure if my opponent will block. They will not. I'll just go ahead and take that damage. Oh, wait, Swarmyard doesn't Regenerate Magda. It's insect, rats, spiders, squirrels. My sequencing might have been wrong then. I don't know. I missed one treasure last turn, but I got another treasure this turn. I hit harder this way. Okay. Alright. Take that. Okay, we're super flooded. Super flooded. Hopefully my opponent lets me go to combat here. Oh shit, they did. Nice! I'm just going to get up to 5 treasures here. Oh my god, my opponent didn't remove in response to any of these triggers. Fucking sick! Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Junk those. Pick up Platinum Empyrean. My opponent goes to 9. And I'm guessing they can't actually answer this. All I need to do is, like, not put this in combat. Yep, I can win eventually. There's not a hurry here. Does this return to hand? It does return to hand. I can just play this out. Return Magda. Play it immediately. Oh, right. Previously they couldn't because of my Mariner. Like, that's why they didn't kill it. Okay. I want to replay this. Shh. Oh, right. Not a changeling. Yeah, we'll chill. Don't want to risk this in combat. Yep. Or your thespian stage combo does not concern me. Eventually I can just assemble Grist plus the Dwarven recruiter. Or deck my opponent. You know, whatever. Cavern's not particularly awesome here. We're just gonna chill. Okay. Nice Merit Lodge. It does not concern me. The Rashadan Port means I can't really play my City of Brass. Oh, they're not even going to bother to Rashadan Port me. I'm going to make an uncounterable insect. Ha 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 ha. Okay, cool. Ooh, motion. Okay, sure. Pay your mana. Sure. On it, like, not even bothering to make the Merit Lodge because the mana is more valuable than anything else. Sure. Yeah, you can do that stuff. I do not mind. Yeah. Yeah, do your exploration thing. Uh-huh. I don't think you can beat Platinum Empyrean. Hey, it's a Magda. I can't play City of Brass. I guess I can play this. Maybe my opponent will decide to kill it. Okay, they are gonna kill it. Which I'm good with. Okay, sure, you can make your Merit Lodge. I still don't know what my opponent is looking at in terms of outs. Yeah, return some lands. That's fine. I don't mind. Do they think I'm gonna die of boredom? Okay, I guess they could wasteland literally all of my lands, and then Tabernacle gets rid of Platinum Empyrean. That's a way that I could lose. Also, honestly, I'm just gonna start F6ing. Like, whatever with Swarmyard here. Swarmyard is not super relevant right now. I'm either going to die by a landslide or win by a landslide. But if I win, it's going to be a very, like, slow landslide. Oh, there's a Blast Zone. I guess I could Blast Zone to 8. Yeah, that's what my opponent is playing towards. Okay. That's bad now. Forgot about Blast Zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can bump up 3, bump up 3, bump up 1, crack. I get like 3 turns. Not good for me. My opponent also has a bunch of blockers now. Yeah, alright, there's the Blast Zone ticking up. Okay. There's also a Punishing Fire, which I guess was another out. Okay, I think I'm just going to concede here, because I see the writing on the wall. I'm not going to beat this. That one slipped away slowly. Okay, how do I want to sideboard? Like, how much stuff do I want to bother trying to fight? I don't think Sundering Titan is better than, say, Platinum Angel. Like, this being a flyer is kind of cool. Bloodfire Dwarf is kind of weak. I think I'd like to cut that and get the other Masked Vandal in there. And the next question is, do I want to be playing Ley Lines? Ley Lines are kind of whatever. I'm not sure that I actually want to play Ley Lines. I would cut like 2 Dwarven Recruiter, 1 Grist. Maybe that's worth it. Leyline isn't necessarily like a hard win or anything, but it can be strong. This hand is very good if I naturally draw a land next turn, but I think I'd rather mulligan and keep a safer hand. This is fine. I'll put the Platinum Angel back in the deck. Alright, so land, Automaton go, and then we play Magda, and we try to turbo out an 8/8. Alright. No follow-up play for my opponent there. Here is my dragon riding friend. And here's 2 points of damage. Alright. I will now go ahead and play this. Outside of like a tabernacle, like this will just repay for itself in terms of treasure tokens next turn. Okay. I mean, I have another one. So that's fine. I don't think I actually want to play Pyre of Heroes. I think the treasure tokens are just more valuable. Because they represent the ability to cast Grist next turn, or the ability to put an 8/8 into play next turn. Either of which is really strong. Alright, you're down to 13. Alright, Punishing Fire comes back. It'll be a little slow, but powerful. Okay, cool. Now I don't even have to give up these treasures. I can keep the treasures around for later. Can I Magda and Grist? If I Pyre of Heroes, that's 4 total mana to get a Magda into play. But that doesn't really accomplish a ton. Yeah, let's just play a Grist. Not using treasures. And we'll just like Grist and plus, and you know, however many insects we get is however many insects we get. Okay, just 1 this time. But we took a cavern off the top of our deck that otherwise would have been dead. So we've got that going for us. Grist is a pretty respectable distraction. Alright. Stop. Okay, I can cast this. That's actually quite good. Fire of Heroes. One of these away. Turn it into the green thing. Yeah, okay. We've got plays this turn. I could also do that next turn and just play the ley line this turn and make it so that the Punishing Fire isn't particularly gonna have a huge impact on the rest of the game. That's reasonable too. And alright, down to 8. I think I like the Pyre of Heroes play. So let's flip that into play. Pay for my activation. Sacrifice this. Grab the Masked Vandal. Blow up the Pithing Needle. Yes. Dunk the Automaton. Plus my Grist. Ended up with 2 that time. And now we're doing things like we're building the board presence faster than the Punishing Fire can take it away. I have 4 things in my graveyard now. Which means that Grist is theoretically lethal next turn. Woohoo! I'm going to get in 3 damage here. Putting my opponent to 5. I have 4 creatures in graveyard. I can Pyre, sacrifice, and get a 5th creature. So I think I'm good. Things can get a little weird with the Punishing Fire targeting Grist. But my opponent can't do that and make Merit Lodge to block. Okay. I'll attack with all creatures. Okay, my opponent produces Merit Lodge, which is fine. Oh, they even made my life easier. Nice. That puts them to 5. There are 5 creatures in my graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is lethal. Crop Rotation Bojuka Bog beats me. Laser. Nice! Okay, I think I'm gonna swap some numbers on these here, but otherwise keep things the same. Okay, so I have a 3/3 double striker on turn 2. Is that good enough to make a hand? Eh? Sure. Go with yes. Alright. Stop coming to my hand. Like, I get that you want to hang out and all, but a bit much. Name dwarf. Play this. And then my opponent punishing firing on their own main phase is about the scariest thing that could happen here. I don't care about that. That's fine. Okay. Land love tap. You're at 19. Okay. Life of the Lone Wasteland lock early could be pretty bad too. That's fine. I don't care about that. So let's go Reflecting Pool. Play this immediately while I can, in case something weird were to happen. I don't expect a 1-mana removal spell out of this deck by any stretch of the imagination, but it's something that could be a thing. Okay, Maze of Ith is annoying. Magda, though, is sick. Actually, Unsettled Mariner is really good, too. I actually, because of, like, Caracas plus Maze of Ith, I probably play the Unsettled Mariner first. Yeah. So let's play this, and then I'll just attack in with the 3/3 Double Striker, and my opponent will Maze of Ith it. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. And then next turn, I'll play Magda, make a bunch of treasures, and then, like, I have the defenses in place. Could have played Magda first this turn and then used treasures to play Unsettled Mariner as well. I just kind of end up in the same place, but my opponent has other land tapped. Alright. Exploration is currently fine. Okay. Still fine. Second Magda. Sure. Alright, so I will play a Magda. Go to combat. Okay, so I guess let's tap this and you fly. Always yield to that. So now none of these things die to a 1/1. Then this might get bounced right here. Nope. I will make a crap ton of treasure. We'll see if I lose to my opponent having crop rotation Thespian stage. Actually, I guess I won't lose to that. It'll just be a little weird. A lot weird. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we got there. Good stuff. Okay, I really need another land here. I have 1-drops plus Magda, but not the ability to, like, get Magda into play. I think I'm gonna mulligan and look for something more stable. Nope, it's not this. Okay, this is the 5-card hand. At this point, I probably keep. I'll throw back a Recruiter and a Pyre and just keep the density of creatures, I think. Seems fine. I have to lead on Cavernous Souls, and if the Cavern gets wastelanded, I'm super screwed. Uh-oh. Speaking of super screwed, I lose to whatever this is. Oh, maybe not. Could be a blue artifact deck. In which case, we still got game. But if this is like TES or something. Oh. Hot damn. Like, Storm is 3, and my opponent passes the turn. You would love to see that shit. Alright. Dwarf. 1 blue mana. And I actually probably play Unsettled Mariner next turn, right? If we're potentially playing against a Storm deck of some kind. That seems pretty good against the Tendrils. Alright, yep, Brainstorm's fine. Oh man. Oh man. We livin'. We livin'. Yeah, I think I play Unsettled Mariner here. Rather than one of the more aggressive options. Oh, I guess if I didn't go for the attack, I could have gone Magda into Unsettled Mariner. Yeah, shit. Alright, yeah, that was a misplay. I had my mind set on turning, well, I guess turning that creature sideways would have had the same result. Alright, yeah, alright, I missed a little bit. Sure. Okay, I mean, it's looking good. We've gotten a little lucky here. Alright, so let's play Magda. Send these in. Get my opponent for 5. They go to 14. Now, do this. Tap this. Play this dwarf. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 treasures next turn. I actually can put this Ether Vial into play too, although honestly I don't think it matters. Let's just play all the permanents we can. My opponent is just dead if they can't combo off. Oh, another Brainstorm. The Brainstorm lock is very real on the other side of the table. We have gotten the lol from the opponent. Alright, so presuming we're playing against TES, I probably want these Aethersworn Canonists, the Platinum Angel, the Spatial Contortions, and Warping Whales. I probably board out the Sundering Titan. Fire of Heroes can probably go... Oh, I probably want the other Mass Vandal too. It's hard to get a creature into the graveyard in this matchup, though. If I cut Pyre of Heroes, it's in fact very difficult to do. Let's hold Mass Vandal for a minute. I don't want to be playing Bloodfire Dwarf. I don't know that I need the Dwarven Recruiter stuff. If I don't do the Dwarven Recruiter stuff, then I keep Pyres and Mass Vandals. No, I keep one Mass Vandal. Wait, I don't want Spatial Contortion. That's not playable. What did I mean to grab? I don't know. So I guess I'll keep a Mass Vandal and a Dwarven Recruiter. So I'm boarding in 5 cards. Titan, Dwarf, triple Recruiter. Oh, and the other Vandal. Yeah, sure. The game on the draw should be hard. Turn 2 Warping Whale is just okay. I don't think I want to try to hold that up all game. This hand does nothing, and has both of our big idiots. What about this one? This hand goes 1-drop and then can't do anything else. I'll go to 4. We were probably losing the game on the draw anyway. That's fucking yikes. Okay. On 4 cards. No, I think a 3-card hand is better than this. This just does nothing, literal nothing to interact, and I don't play any cards. This is the best hand so far. Which is saying something. Yikes. Hopefully I put the fear in my opponent, though. Okay. I wonder if I could also approach this in a different way. And, like, board out my Aether Vials, because they're pretty slow in this matchup, too. Keep the Dwarves for combo potential. Could think about it. I think I'm just going to play City first and stay flexible and open. I might need to name Human with one of these at some point or something. Alright. Okay, it's just a cantrip. Just. Alright, we have made it to the next turn. Alright, so I guess I'll go Dwarf with this. And play Unsettled Mariner. It's not like it's the greatest play in the world or anything, but maybe it buys some time. Okay. Insect. I already have City. Name Insect. Bash for 2. Opponent's at 16. I'm not sure if I actually have a good 3-drop for this matchup off the top of my head. Like, at 2, Canonist is great. If I draw a 1-drop, I can get a Canonist. Alright. Have a lot of different colors of mana. Oh, nice. That's a Canonist. Sick. There's 2. I'm not sure that I want to play this. I don't think I need to play that. It saves me a life if I play it. Alright. Got Dwarf, I've got Insect. Name Human with this one. We'll do this. We'll activate my Pyre of Heroes. Send this away. Grab Aethersworn Canonist. Why did my opponent keep their hand? I don't understand. Okay. Send in for 4 damage. I don't think I want to convert either of these into a Dwarven Recruiter. I'll just pass the turn. Okay, yeah. Like we're dodging bullets. Opponent is capable of doing anything right now. I'll send these. Sure, that's fine. I have another. So you go to 7. I will play my Uncounterable Dwarf and create another Aethersworn Canonist. Good stuff. Alright. Didn't randomly just get, like, massacred. Oh, I guess we don't have any planes, huh? My opponent would have to pay full price for that. So even if they massacre, I might not just like die right away. That's cool. And that's a shuffle with the ponder. Could get hit by a tribal flames. Yeah, the Aether Vial not doing a lot here. Send in. This will be my opponent's last chance to do anything relevant. They've got to remove the Canonist and then go off. They do not. Am I 2-2 now? Nice, good stuff. All right, we've been paired against Yorion for the last round, which likely means DNT, although there's some worlds where that's not actually the case. I'm going to keep this hand, and I'm going to throw back the second Magda rather than the land. Those two things are probably about similar usefulness, but if my opponent is playing Caracas, then Magda is not particularly great. All right. Let's go just random land here, play Aether Vial, let that start ticking up. I'm going to be pretty bad against a turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah? Yeah, it's Cauldra. Yeah, as expected. Yes. Let's poop some permanents into play. Yes. Changeling. Dwarf. Yeah. Red. Have some permanents. Get some treasures. Do it again. Oh. Okay. They have decided that enough is enough. Alright, I will go ahead and play an Unsettled Mariner. It's a little bit worse without the second Magda in my hand that I originally threw back. Yeah, I'm just gonna die in a couple of turns to this Cauldra. It is what it is. At some point, I will have to, like, jump block or kill one of my creatures so I can have Masked Vandal as an out. Okay. Play this. Tap this. Yes. Put that in. Now I know my stuff's not getting countered or whatever. I'll go ahead and play this. I don't need to give this flying for any reason. Just crash in for 3. Alright, my opponent's at 17. Field of Ruin. Sure. Do I want to do a chump block yet? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to take the hits until it is starting to get to lethal range. I'm going to be leaving this at 2. I'll hold this land for creature type diversity. Do I want to play around Batterskull? I do not think I have the option to play around Batterskull. Let's just send these in. Alright, opponent takes 4. Sure. Alright, they pay the tax. They can tap down one of my lands for 4 mana. I left this back so I could have the option to block if something changed. I think I can take one more hit. Down to 7. Okay, what is this targeting? Yeah, one of those. Fine. Seems my Magda is slightly worse if I top deck her. Oh. That's bad. Okay, now I think this is far enough gone that I can go ahead and concede. Probably bring in... Well, do I want Steely Resolve? I do not want Sundering Titan. Sundering Titan is going to become Platinum Angel. I'm very sure about that. Then I have 8 more cards that I could bring in. I can adjust the deck in a lot of different ways. How do I feel about Bloodfire Dwarf? A little hard to activate. The need ability. I feel like I should cut the Dwarven Recruiters. That just feels like the thing that is most likely not to work. Mass Vandal is 100% in. And then I have to make decisions from there. Like, do I want to play the Steely Resolves? So that my stuff is more or less untouchable? I'm not sure that I do. Because if I don't play that, I am about right on my in-out numbers. And I can, like, trim one of these. It's just, like, awkward that these are going to kill some of my own stuff sometimes. Yeah, let's not Steely Resolve. Okay. Turn 1, Automaton, turn 2, Mariner, turn 3, Mariner. That is a medium quality hand. It might win sometimes. I'm gonna try to look for better. This is a much better hand. I'm going to keep this. I'm gonna hope my opponent does not have Stoneforge in the opener and take that play. Good. Dwarf. Play the Changeling. And if all goes well, I will try to turbo out some treasure tokens. Yeah. I'm gonna go insect with this one. Magda. Okay. So I get a 2-for-1 here with my Moss Dust with my blue dwarf. All right. And I can try to turn this creature sideways in a little bit. And is of medium minus quality. And is of poor quality. Insect again. Dwarf again. I name dwarf again. Get punished if I draw a grist. But I don't want to get knocked off the ability to cast the dwarves if I get wastelanded. Yeah, there's a wasteland. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a lot going on here. Yep. I'll offer the Swarm Yard as a sacrifice to the Wasteland gods to keep the rest of my mana more stable. Yep. Let's regenerate target rat. Okay, sure. Yeah. Sure don't have basic lands. Let's tick this up. Playing this is bad if my opponent has Rishadan, but if my opponent has cards that do stuff, I'm probably going to lose at this point. I'll go to 21. Yeah, I just kind of ran out of gas. Oh, do you have a court? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's cast this. And I have kind of had my progress just completely dampened. My opponent gets to crash in for 3 in the air. Still got a few cards left. Like Yorion is an option as well. Oh, Recruiter. Okay, that's gonna beat me. I am not going to beat Recruiter for like a Stoneforge from this position. Oh, a Solitude. Interesting. Well, not really, you know, the handbook way to use this card or anything, but it gives us a body back. Alright, my opponent does take a trade. I'm very much on the back foot here. Okay. Oh, they're not even going to cast the Solitude. I guess it wouldn't make sense for them to. I have Unsettled Mariner still. So Stoneforge then? Yeah. Okay. More or less ready to throw in the towel. Sword of Fire and Ice is interesting. Yeah. All right. Let's throw in the towel here. I don't think we're making it out. Overall thoughts on the deck list? Positive. Like, I know we went 2-3, but the deck felt pretty good. We did some things this league that we didn't necessarily do last time around. I feel pretty good about the deck list. I am very glad that I added in a second fatty because we kept drawing that Platinum Empyrean. It was just like glued to our hand. Maybe I can go down on Dwarven Recruiters. I ended up boarding them out a lot. Maybe the Bloodfire, like the second Bloodfire Dwarf isn't particularly good. But I more or less like where this list is at. I don't have any major suggestions, but you should let me know in the comments if you do have any. Hope you have I hope you have a great rest of the day, folks. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you're a regular, throw me a like if you didn't already. And if you want to get one of your decks on stream or try this out, that's always in the video description. Have a great rest of the day. See ya.